Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Bloodborne Kirkhammer playthrough. Well, we've run around a bit off camera, tried to do a few things. We didn't really get our Kirkhammer upgraded because we weren't able to get enough of the blood chunks by farming the gargoyle enemies. They just don't drop often enough, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So, what we'll do is, we'll head back to the Logarius fight and see if maybe we can get through that. The alternative is we can go back to the Vacuous Rom fight and tackle that as well. Neither fight I'm particularly fond of, but I have to say that Martyr Logarius is certainly better designed than the Rom fight. The Rom fight is more of this kind of oddball encounter that has all sorts of ads, and I don't know, it's just a disappointing boss overall, and I think most people agree with that. It's unfortunate they have bosses like that in this game. It's not like Dark Souls was immune to it. Dark Souls had the Bed of Chaos. Though, other than the Bed of Chaos, I really don't feel like there were any other truly disappointing bosses in that game. I mean, you could talk about bosses being better than others, but yeah, Bed of Chaos, to me, was the only truly, like, deeply disappointing boss encounter in Dark Souls. And of course, post in the comments below if you disagree, if you found another fight was okay. I don't really agree with that, but whatever. Notice how long that grab attack is. Just way too long. He just sits there kind of munching on your face. And I'm like, okay, we get the idea. You grab me, you're attacking me. Can we get this over with already? And went right through him. Don't you love it? Don't you love it, guys? Well... Dash button didn't want to work that time. It's not the controller, it's the game. It's not the controller, it's the game. The game. Oh, the game. Input lag. Yeah, we've got confirmed input lag, no doubt, no question. Twin Bloodstone Shards. Of course you're not going to give me a chunk. Why would you give me a chunk? Alright, so I gotta remember where we're headed here. These ghosts seem a lot more aggressive than my first playthrough. And we're going to try not to get hit too many times by this little dagger thingy, because it can knock us off the ladder, as I mentioned before. Don't shoot me again. Don't shoot me again. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright. We are marked. You can see it on the back of my head. And it's gone. I think it's best to go into the Martyr Logarius fight with a fully upgraded weapon, obviously, but we're just not there, so it is what it is. Wow, that counted as a backstab. Interesting. I thought that was more of a side hit. Come on, chunks. I just need a couple more. There it is. I always wondered where that one came from. And another one. So if you make a mad dash for the item and don't kill the one that's already there, you'll actually encounter 3 at a time. Okay, that... not even close. Not even close, Bloodborne. Not even close. Alright. Faced right through him again. A lot of issues. I don't know why, but a lot of issues pop up late game. Like, you start to notice a lot more of the clipping issues, like your weapon will clip through an enemy without hitting them. You'll notice more of the hitbox issues. Just a lot of things pop up towards the end of the game. And because you're near the end of the game, they do more damage. These are tougher enemies, and so it's oftentimes more frustrating because you'll die a lot because the game just doesn't function properly. It's just a result of a lack of time being simmered. They didn't let this one simmer long enough. They delayed it, but it really Bloodborne needed at least another month of development time. That was clear from the original game when it released. You know, the extremely long load times that are still pretty bad. Quests, there's a quest, quests breaking the Tomb of Odin thingy breaking, Island Quest breaking, progression bugs stopping you from being able to complete the game because of the Lunarium key. Just lots of little things where it's like, it's not okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. So... okay. There we go. Oh man, we're not even doing that much. I'm trying to get him to attack like that. Wow, that's not doing much. Whoops, too soon on that one. I dodged that one, but whatever. We don't expect accurate hitboxes anymore from any Souls game at this point. It's the Dark Souls 2 thing. Dark Souls 2 started it. No, there were some issues in other Souls games, but none to the extent that Dark Souls 2 introduced, obviously. Okay, dash, please function. Dash, please work. I need you to actually start working. I don't know why I shot right there. And dash still, I don't know. Yeah. A fight like the Logarius fight just shows you how bad some of the elements of this game can be. You don't want to, you never ever want to make a boss to highlight your game's problems. I was just going to take that in order to get some hits in. I should have done... oh, look how that phased right through him. You guys saw that. Phased right through him again. What's the point of lock-on if it's not going to work? Notice I shot the gun and it either went straight through him or off to his side or above his shoulder. What's the point of a parry function that doesn't parry because you're standing too close, or because the enemy moves ever so slightly during an attack while still standing in front of you? Didn't think that one through, Miyazaki. You didn't think that one through, buddy. So you can kind of sense Tanimura taking a dump on the Martyr Logarius fight. It wouldn't surprise me if the rumor I heard is true. There's a rumor, I haven't confirmed it yet. There may be a way to confirm it. I haven't read, like, for example, the whole, I haven't read the whole interview section in the, shoot, what's it called? The Bloodborne Guide. I haven't read that yet, but I've heard that there's a lot of hinting and suggestion that perhaps the B team, the Dark Souls 2 team, actually was responsible for the design of the Chalice dungeons. And if that's true, I would not be surprised one bit, because before I even heard that rumor, I actually suggested it. It was in either one of my playthroughs, live streams, or both. I suggested that based on their design, I theorized that I thought maybe Tanimura or some team members of his had actually worked on the Chalice dungeons, the lower level Chalice dungeons at least, because of how poorly designed they are. I said it, I called it. If it's true, if we get confirmation, guys, I called it first. I was the first one I heard that made that accusation. But yeah, definitely the lower Chalice dungeons have that really bad, yep, see? Told you guys it can happen. That really bad, really just absolutely terrible design that you got from Dark Souls 2. You know, that like completely incompetent, you know, ridiculously over-the-top, absurd difficulty with no reasonability whatsoever. No real reasonable options as to how to overcome them. Why am I getting shot twice that fast? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Tanimura, I see you all over this game. I feel like making a video, and I feel it's really almost necessary at this point. The video would be titled, Why Tanimura Should Never Work on Another Souls Game Again. I mean, the guy needs to be retired from all Souls games. He needs to be banned permanently from touching them. He needs to be ordered by FromSoft through a non-disclosure agreement not to discuss, talk about, suggest, or otherwise give interviews or make comments about Souls games ever again. Like, he needs to never, ever have any influence over anything Souls related for any reason. and the series would be better for it. But Martyr Logarius is an example of a sloppy fight. It's a fight that it highlights some of the problems with hitboxes and clipping. It highlights the problems with the interrupt mechanic and firearms shooting over, beyond, through, even when locked on. And it highlights the sloppiness of just an enemy that throws crap all over the place and no clear hitboxes. Like, when do those things hit you? What's the range when they explode? There's just, it's not clear. Like, sometimes I can dash through them, and other times it seems like you can't dash through them. So, you know, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And by the way, if you're thinking it, no, you can't parry him off the ledge. It'd be nice if you could, but it doesn't work that way. Yeah, like that attack right there. Super fast, virtually no telegraph whatsoever, and does massive amounts of damage. And it's super close, so you don't really have time to dodge or block, well, block, you know. You don't have time to dodge it. Notice those skeletons coming at that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. 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 And that one hit me, even though I think if you slow the footage down, YouTube allows you to slow it down, you'll see I was just slightly to the left of it when it hit me. Oh, come on. That was the same timing as all the other interrupts I've gotten. He has a creepy looking face, though. I love his design, like the design of him physically, like aesthetics looks really cool. It's just, it sucks that it's paired with such a terrible fight mechanic. See, that time, that skull on the left side, my left, it went right through me without doing damage. It literally went through me, unquestionably went through me. And yet, other times, you know, I'll clearly dodge the skull, or it won't touch me, and yet it will do damage. So the question is why sometimes and not other times? Like right there, I was able to dodge it. There we go. Oh, and it robbed me of a visceral. Nice. Oh, I wish so bad right here we'd just knock him right off the edge. That would be perfect. But alas, that doesn't work that way. Oh, he rarely ever does that quick stab attack. Oh. You want to get rid of that sword as quickly as possible. In my opinion, I'll take damage to get rid of that sword. I will move in there fast to get rid of that sword. I'm staying at about medium length. Not right up in his face, and not far away. I'm trying to bait him into physical attacks, like that one right there. I can't touch my tea for today, yet. There we go. Oh shoot, that hit me even though it was above me. Okay. I've never seen that. That was a bug involving, Hello? 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 Can I input? Do I have any control over my character? The problem is when he hits you, he knocks you back, and then it counts as a recovery. Then he hits you again before you're able to give an input. Then he hits you again and knocks you back. That clearly hit me, but didn't do any damage. So in that case, it actually helped me. Oh, wow, I got it right at the tail end there. Right at the tail end. Okay, I got rid of the sword, so why is it still attacking me? Hello? Hello? Do I have any control? Can I control my character? Hello? Bloodborne? Hello? Video game mechanic? Functionality of input? Does input work in this game? There we go. Gosh, and he just puts another sword. That's so frustrating. Alright, can we not do this again, please, Logarius? got him. Oh no, you can't kill me now, Logarius. Finished with 2 shots from the blunderbuss. What a crappy fight. Wow. That's terrible. I've seen worse. I've seen far worse. I could complain a lot more, but honestly, I mean, the fight could be a lot worse than it is. So in that regard, I can't complain too much, but it is certainly a really poorly designed fight in many regards. Let's go see if we have some Echo's line over there. I really do think I should go through the bosses of this game and do videos dedicated to talking about why some of them are well designed and why some aren't, because I think a lot of players, when they watch my playthroughs or they watch me on stream, they get this impression it's like, oh, you're just complaining because you're having trouble, or you're just complaining because you're dying, you're mad because bad. That's a meme, by the way. That's not a statement of any value whatsoever. Memes are not really valuable statements most of the time. They're just kind of these trite sayings, and they're oftentimes useless. I mean, meme can have value in the right context, but in most cases it's simply something people just kind of say.
Welcome.
So,
Very well.
memes aside, people will say, well, you're just hating on it. You're just hating on it because you're not good, or you just need to learn to adapt. That's a new one I heard. That's one I heard a lot for Dark Souls 2. People are like, well, you just can't learn to adapt. You're stuck in Dark Souls. You think Dark Souls was perfect. You have nostalgia for Dark Souls. I'm like, well, first of all, you can't have a nostalgia for a game that you're still playing. It's literally impossible. There is no nostalgia for a game that you're still actively playing. It's impossible. There must be some passage of time, and in most cases, there has to be a significant passage of time for you to really have a sense of nostalgia. Because nostalgia, oh wow, I don't know why I picked this spot. This is totally the wrong spot. Nostalgia brings with it this sense of, this connotation of a somewhat inaccurate remembering of what happened. And usually we use the term nostalgia to mean you unreasonably fondly recall memories from the past. Unreasonably fondly recall memories from the past. Now, we don't typically say you have nostalgia for yesterday. I mean, that's not far enough in the past. It's too fresh. You can't really have nostalgia for last week, but maybe you can have nostalgia for 2 or 3 years ago if things have changed. Maybe an old job you used to have. You know, now that you've worked this new job for 3 years, you could possibly argue that you might have nostalgia for the old job because you're remembering it more fondly than it really was. During the fight, he can actually break this throne, but anyway, it comes back. Since Eileen's quest decided to bug out and break on us, I guess we'll go with this oath. Yep, got it. Pathway opens. Check. Understood. Let's go ahead and get the doll hat back on. I like these designs right here. These look like they would have been fun and interesting enemies to fight. Well, you know, lately with the Tanimura design in this, Miyazaki could have screwed that up too.
I claim no subject, but here lieth our throne. Kneel
So many statues.
or get thee gone.
Something's on the table. It's an unopened summons. And I think that's the only thing in here, if I'm not mistaken. Though you gotta explore it, you know? It's still in my 3rd playthrough, so I don't have quite the recollection that I would have with Dark Souls, where I've been through it 100 times. Hello. I shall kneel before you.
Visitor.
Moon-scented hunter. Yep. Yep. Yeah, sure. I'll swear an oath. Yeah, Vileblood. That sounds good. Okay.
Now
Yeah, sure. Corruption burning through me. Got it. Just give me something. Corruption, Kinghurst's badge. Okay, I'll take it. Respect. Yep, I get it. Offer blood dregs. I have none. Alright, well, it's time to leave. Okay. Whatever you said, lady. I do want to apologize for swearing an oath and then attacking you, but you know how things go. Oop, miss. I have a feeling this isn't doing any good. Aha. Just takes time, that's all. Is she gonna get back up? Is she one of those NPCs? She is still moving. It's like she's breathing. See? But you cannot attack her. We did not get soul or echoes when we killed her. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Off we go. So we took care of Martyr Logarius, thanks to the use of interrupts and viscerals. Otherwise that fight is a serious pain in the butt. And in order to do that technique I showed you, you have to stay at a medium distance from him. The first time I was trying it, he tended not to use his medium range attacks for some reason. I guess maybe I was standing just outside medium range. But as long as you stand not a good distance, not far away, not up close, but at medium range, he'll use his physical attacks. Like he'll use his scythe and that other little sword that he has. And when he uses those, that symbol of the Vilebloods oath. Oh, did it already? Oh no, it didn't equip it. Okay. Alright, sorry for that bit of silence there. I was sneezing. Decided not to sneeze into the microphone. Let's get rid of the eye rune at the moment and equip... Well, actually, you know what? Let's hang on to the eye rune. Make additional discoveries. Maybe make it more likely we'll get some blood chunks. Oh, let's make sure we got all the goodies equipped, which I believe we do. I don't think we got anything else of value. Blood gem fortification. One more last run through here. Just scroll through and... Oh, hey, hang on. Oh, yep, there we go. Towards the end of the game, you'll get blood gems that will just do massive... That will do you massive benefits. I mean, you'll do so much more damage equipping them than just using the weapon without it. Like, blood gems are very important for doing damage in this game. Very important. You cannot skip the blood gems. You can't. They're not just little niceties. They're necessities. Well, we're quite a few levels higher than we were before, so we could try the Vacuous Rom. That dumb spider. Although Rom himself doesn't really even look like a spider. So we'll see how that goes. One of the things about the fight with Rom is all the little spiders that run around while he's shooting you, and he's got this stuff coming out of the ground, and it comes at weird angles, and it's very, 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 very difficult to dodge. It does significant amounts of damage. It's just a really frustrating fight in so many different ways. I'm gonna ignore this guy right here. I don't really have anything to say to him. Get lost, Jeff Goldblum. I'm sorry your transportation device didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Some of you will know what I'm talking about, and some of you won't. Woo! Look at him. Oh, look at the poor guy. He can't get through. I'm still gonna kill him anyway. Just because he's a punk like that. Goodbye, sucker. Alright. Whee! Now, the first round where you encounter Rom, definitely kill the spiders, because you can essentially kill them for free. Nothing happens. Rom won't attack you. Basically, all that happens is the spiders attack you. Which, the spiders are very dangerous. They have attacks that can do massive amounts of damage. But as long as you know what you're doing, you shouldn't take too many hits. Just be careful when you're attacking one spider that the other doesn't do this jump attack at you. And also, they have armor on their heads, so it's best to hit them from the side or behind. Although if you keep wailing on them from the front, at one point it seems like you break through it or something, or maybe I just get so close that my sword counts as going through it. Didn't know they could drop Madman's Knowledge, so that's something. So yeah, definitely get rid of all the spiders before progressing to stage 2. Which happens after a certain amount of damage to Rom. Now, I believe Rom is weak to bolt paper. That's what I believe. I may be wrong, but we should see. Oh, Rom. Let's go to his right side from our perspective and continue to hit the right side the whole time, as much as possible. We got one more hit on him before he disappeared. And one, yeah, there he is, there he is. Let's see if we can get another good hit on him before we run out of this bolt paper. Yeah, see this kind of crap right there. That's what I'm talking about. Go, 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 go. Darn it. Shoot. Okay. I might actually just go for Rom and ignore the spiders. I know you're not supposed to. I know that's not really suggested in most cases. Let's switch to the sword form. Takes about the same amount of hits to kill him, and it's faster. Yep, that's a crapshoot if you can dodge that or not. Total crapshoot. Wow, that was close. Almost hit me there. Almost done with all these spiders, so we could focus on Rom solo. Okay, yep. Yep, what do you expect? It's Rom the Vacuous Spider. Arguably the most poorly designed boss in any Souls game ever. I mean, may even beat the Bed of Chaos, considering that the Bed of Chaos, once you figure out how to handle it, you know, can be handled relatively easily, and you can make progress through the Bed of Chaos, through death. Like, you can die and still have your progress throughout that fight be saved, and you can return to that fight with the progress still there. So, I know I repeated the same thing 3 times. Whereas with the Vacuous Rom fight, you gotta restart this BS over and over and over again. We might just try ignoring the spiders this time and seeing how that goes. I don't know. Yeah, the reason I'm kind of inclined to ignore them is because I get so just tired. It's just... Oh, yeah, give me your your bull crap, give me more of your bull crap, your spider crap. Come on, be Rom the Vacuous Spider. And then these spiders have the most annoyingly frustrating way of, like, side strafing away from you when you get into position. Hello? Can I move? Jeez. You know, so you're just getting blasted over and over and over again. Yep. We're just going to try spamming our way through this because it's such a crap fight that I just get bored to death of killing the spiders every time. It's so boring. It's just so boring. I mean, it will kill my drive to even play this game, having to do this fight over and over again. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, so the spider can shoot its fuzzy gray spit through the boss. Okay, so I guess the boss is now ethereal. It has no physical form. It apparently doesn't block the spit that the other spiders can shoot. That makes sense. Wow. Wow, Miyazaki. Miyazaki, what happened to you, man? This is so disappointing. You know, it's like Bloodborne is that game where it's like Bloodborne is like that really great bowl of soup, and then you find a dead roach floating in it. That's what it's like. It's like it's so good, you kind of are like, well, you know, or I mean a dead fly. Let me use that example of a dead fly. Like you find a dead fly floating in it, you're like, well, maybe it just landed there, or maybe I could scoop the fly out and keep eating it. But then as you eat it, you're like, oh, well, I know this had a dead fly in it, and that's gross. You know, it's just so good, and yet has such glaring imperfections that really can ruin the experience. This is such a crap fight. This is such a crap fight. Makes Martyr Logarius look like the best designed boss in the series. And that's saying something considering how badly designed that fight is. Oh, nothing hit me there, but I guess I just took a hit from nothingness. Why not? Took a hit from more nothingness. And then they can dive bomb you, and they go above your line of sight so that your camera becomes effectively the enemy. Which is cheating, pretty much. I mean, they go into the air above your camera, so you're screwed at that point. Yep, screw you too, spider. And then, of course, in typical, you know, fashion for FromSoft lately, since Dark Souls 2, they have flailing attacks, because that's the thing nowadays. Everything has to flail like mad. Because, I don't know, I guess it's a thing. What? That wasn't his normal moveset for that. Whatever. Just try not to die. Just BS your way through it, Fox. It's crap, so just crap your way through it. What? You can't send them that close to each other. Oh my gosh, this fight. It's so bad. Oh my gosh, this is so terrible. It's almost designed to be annoying. Like, they sat there and thought, how can we make this as annoying as possible? Oh look, Rom gets to flail around too. No, 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 no. Don't kill me now. Don't kill me now. See, okay, let's talk about this for just about a minute or so here. Do I feel satisfied? Do I feel like I got better and accomplished something? No. I feel like I got lucky. I got unlucky the first few times. I got lucky this time. I mean, it's a crapshoot. It's kind of like if you play the lottery, roulette. You don't feel like you accomplished something. You pull the lever. You pull the lever. We pronounce lever here in the U.S. You pull the lever for the slot machine, and if you get 777 on it, you don't brag to everyone about how good you are and how skilled you are and how you accomplished that. You know it was pure dumb luck. Now, there is an element of luck or skill here. I can't deny that. There's a certain element in which, you know, dodging at the right time, getting out of attacks that Rom's going to do, using the bolt paper, knowing when, where to spam. And I got a little careless with the spam, obviously. But, you know, it's kind of like pulling that lever on that slot machine, combined with some other factors that do require skill. I don't have a great example or analogy, but there's so much luck involved, there's so much crap shooting involved, that when it's all said and done, I have zero sense of satisfaction. Zero. I have zero sense that I got better at the game. I have zero sense that I know how to handle that fight in the future. All I know is that I got lucky. I threw myself against the wall until the wall crumbled, and then I passed. So anyway, that's enough of that rant about the worst fight in Bloodborne. Hey, lady. Skip. I don't know if I've made the argument before, but when we get to a certain boss in this game, I would like to talk to you guys about how that particular boss is actually arguably the last boss of the game, and I would imagine most of you will strongly disagree with me on that at that point until I explain it. Alright, ritual secret broken. Seek the nightmare newborn. What's up there? Oh, look at that. Look at that thing. Alright. I did say we were going to do some of the other optional areas. But you know what? Unfortunately, I have other games to play, and yeah, I just need a break from this game. As you guys can tell, the game's problems are making me super salty. I'm developing more salt here than a bag of chips, which you shouldn't be eating, by the way. Bad for you. Don't do that. Most of them, at least. Notice these guys have significantly more health and or defense than their earlier counterparts. Whereas you can run back to Yharnam and kill them all in one shot easy, here they take many shots. Alright, let's go use the souls that we do have. But I did not want to replace the audio here, even though I knew I was getting the commentary getting salty, because I want people to hear me complain about Rom. There's no excuse for that Rom fight. It's disgusting. I mean, it's just embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed to put my name on that. You know, I'd be embarrassed to be part of the team that designed it. Certainly nothing I could possibly ever be proud of.
Very well.
Let's see. We're pumping vitality at the moment. Just since stuff starts hitting so ridiculously hard, we kind of need that vitality. I don't think we got any blood gems, and we don't have enough chunks. We didn't get any chunks from anything. But the good news is we should start getting chunks from Vileblood Queen's Chamber. There we go. We should start getting chunks from now on. We should start finding them. I know for certain there are quite a few chunks in Murgo's Loft. But I'm hoping there's chunks in this part of Yahar'gul. I don't remember, though. And the boss coming up is the One Reborn. I'd forgotten that we hadn't fought him yet. For some reason, I thought that we had fought him, but obviously not. You fight him to progress through the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, notice after all those shots, the guy's still alive. Got one more little bit of health as they were falling to the ground. Notice that these guys disappear. And also notice they don't leave anything, usually. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through here so we don't get snatched up. And then we're going to go straight for... Well, we're going to get rid of this guy because he can shoot us from a distance. So I don't want him shooting at us. And then we're going to tackle Miss Bell Lady. And that takes care of these losers. And now they'll die permanently. Oh shoot, I'm glad he missed. Yeah, this section is significantly more difficult, but again, it should be based on the fact that it's a later portion of the game. You can hear something moving. Amygdala. I don't know what that is. Something gooey is moving. Okay. Let's see if the game will start functioning properly. Yeah, the interrupt system can be really, really wonky. Finally. Problem is, we've discussed this 1,000 times, but it never stops being an issue. You'll clip through enemies, you'll stick your gun through them, you'll stick your gun over them, you'll shoot beyond them, you'll shoot through between their arm and their body. You know, you'll shoot them and it just won't register. It just won't register as a proper visceral, or I mean an interrupt. There's so many issues with the interrupt system in this game. I felt like they were so caught up in the idea of, hey, wouldn't this be cool? That, you know, it's the, you know, you spent so much time thinking about, hey, wouldn't this look cool? That nobody thought, you know, hey, this sucks. It's got too many problems to be viable. You know, no one took that into consideration. I think first and foremost, they should have actually taken a step back and said, you know what, guys? The whole firearm mechanic, it's cool, it looks cool, it feels cool, it doesn't work. It's really what it should have come down to, and then they should have gotten rid of it. I think they balanced the shooting with the ammo and all that stuff. That's fairly balanced. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that there's way too much clipping, missing, shooting over, shooting beyond, and then just many times where the timings just don't match. They don't work. Timing should work and they don't. So that's an issue, obviously. I'm so glad that these old ladies, decrepit old ladies, can run at a super fast speed faster than I can. Because that makes total sense. It's completely logical in every possible way. There's nothing unreasonable about that. Jeez, couldn't do anything. Wow. Dark Souls 2, guys. Welcome to Tanimura, Dark Souls 2. I never, in all the time I spent playing Dark Souls, ever came to the point where I thought, oh, I gotta take a break from this game. I just gotta get away from it. I get those feelings with Bloodborne. With Dark Souls 2, it was, gosh, I wish I'd never played this game. I shouldn't even bother playing it. Why am I playing it? With Bloodborne, it's, oh, there's so many good things about this game, but it's got so many frustrations, and, you know, I just need to put it down for a bit and then come back to it later after I've given myself a break. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to put it down for a bit, and then I'll come back to it later once I've kind of relaxed a bit, and then I'll be a little more lenient on its deeply ingrained flaws. Alright guys, until next time, I will see you later.